Hey guys, Youthful Yields here. So, let's do another update on the portfolio. So, it is currently the 12th, and we're sitting about $9,189. Now, that is unfortunately 3% or $285 down from last week. But remember this I am currently in a pretty large short position on MSTR, that being MSTZ. It's a 2x position. So there is actually some sort of dilemma I have here because my largest holding is YMAX. Now, YMAX, unfortunately, YieldMax as the company chose to have a lot of crypto focused ETFs come out, right? So there's Misty, of course. There's Coney. Let me pull up actually the list real quick. Yep, our ETFs. So there's Misty, Coney. I think OARC might count. Um, let's see here. There's more. I think SQ might also count. Ybit. I don't know if that's a part of that. I think that is a part of YMAX, but you get the point, right? There's a lot of Bitcoin or just cryptocurrency focused ETFs that they have here. So it's quite annoying, not going to lie, that we have to deal with that kind of thing, because if Misty goes down, typically Bitcoin's going down. And if Bitcoin goes down, YMAX goes down. And if Misty goes down, MSTZ goes up, which is good. So it's it's almost like a hedge position. But I'm not actually, I didn't intend to do that. I got out, right, because I had a position in Misty and Coney. I sold those and then bought shares in MSTZ. Now, the thing about the portfolio is it is going to suffer until MSTR, suffers, right? Until that starts to drop, we're going to be seeing a lot of red weeks, unfortunately, right? Luckily, nothing's technically changed. It's all unrealized, right? Which is the good part, except for when I sold, which it did go up shortly after, but then it went back down. In fact, I can show you real quick. I'll go over on Webull. This is where I have my MSTZ position. We're currently down 31% since our initial initial thing, but that is actually a lot further up than we were like a few days after I bought the position, because it went down. MSTZ went down a lot after that. So I bought, my average cost I think is like, I don't know if it's on this page. Where is it? $27, and it's currently sitting about around $19, right? You can see this last week if I go on a 5-day. Let's see, or let's just go to last month. Probably be easier. You can see I bought my position pretty much right here, and then it fell, but it's slowly regaining. And I think this is going to be a pretty long position for MSTZ, because about a month or two ago, I expect Bitcoin to start really falling around April. So I think it's probably not going to hit another peak. I'd be surprised if it did. And we can actually check Bitcoin real quick. I think it's somewhere here. So it actually did, if I go back a month on this chart as well, you can see we hit the peak on the 17th. But besides on the 6th, we have not actually been back in 100K. So this was about 99K, but it didn't reach that. And it barely rose up to 101K, 102K, until it dropped again. You can see there's a major fall right there. So it would have been nice. Well, I mean, that did reflect a lot of the gain that we had. So moving into the M1 Finance side of the portfolio, we did get $30 some odd, $34 from YMAX, which is really nice. I'm hoping, we're going to get some bigger dividend distributions, because recently they've been pretty kind of weak. I'm not going to lie, but I think typically they come in a rotation. So, yeah, that was not the right button. And then we'll go here. So QTOL. So unfortunately, TQQQ is also not doing very well, and you can actually see the S&P 500 went down about 2% as well, or at least what we would have had. So, not very good this week in the entire market. In fact, let's just verify this by going here and saying 5 days. So it's down 0.71%. So, yeah. I don't know, man. I really, really, really hoping this goes up. In fact, I bought this because I thought this was like a tech bull run, right? And it was, and it technically still is, but for TQQQ to, like, I think if we go all time, this is actually down. Luckily only down 34%. Or sorry, that'd be terrible. $34, but it's still like surprisingly low from what I thought we were going to get from it. And we got high yield dividend AKR. Our YMAX went down about 3.9%. Like I said, this is just gonna keep going down. Unfortunately, when crypto goes down, so I'm really not sure how happy I am with that. With that position, like I obviously really like the dividends, but it's gonna give me a kind of a nightmare on losing unrealized gain, of course. And that's why I'm really having my fingers crossed for Feet and Phoebe, because I think these could pay off very well. They could also do very poorly, right? Because I think if we go to, I think the Phoebe is the one that has the underlying. I guess I could just go to the holdings here. Yeah, so this has the YMAX this has the yield max version and the underlying. You can see I think this is the same as last time. Yeah, it is Meta, MicroStrategy, Coinbase, Netflix, and Tesla. So, I mean, you can see already right here, these three, I said this last time as well, but these three are kind of correlated with Bitcoin. Like, surprisingly, Tesla is pretty correlated with Bitcoin. These two for sure. Like, Coinbase less so because it's more than just Bitcoin, but MicroStrategy 100%, because if Bitcoin falls, this is like 2 or 3x position on Bitcoin basically. So, with that being said, I don't know if I would obviously like just switch straight over. I think I'd probably start a new position. I'm trying my best this year to just not sell anything as best as I can, because obviously there's tax implications on that, but I don't really know. Obviously, you have to sell to prevent loss on certain things, which is why, if I would hold Ulti, I'd still be, I wouldn't have Ulti anymore if I did at the start, because it's gone down so much. But good news is we're still technically above the SPY, just barely, but we're still beating the market, which makes me very happy. And we're not negative in terms of the amount of money we put in. Like, we're still up around 4% of our money, which is decent. It's not amazing, though. I'm not going to lie. It's not amazing. So, also, I need to go ahead and update this income sheet with the newest YMAX. So, I'll get that done after this video. But, yeah. So, I think we have, let's look one more time. I think we have, the distribution list here. So, something I also wanted to point out, which I forgot to point out in one of my other videos, you can see it's currently the 12th. The payment was on Friday. So they're actually now back to the Friday dividends. It was just really weird. It was like on a Monday, and so now it's back on Friday. They got us back on Friday. So this next week is going to be Group D, which is Misty. There's that. And you can see all the other ones. And also, I should mention that technically YMAX's performance is pretty indicative. Like, it helps a lot if the previous week's group did well, which I think Coney did decent. Let me check real quick. So you can see here, here are the distributions for last week, right? So Coney, pretty decent, and some other ones there that did decent. YMAX was a little bit okay. It wasn't bad, but obviously wasn't that good either. So I think it's going to be a decent week. I think it's definitely going to be up from the 14 cents almost that they paid. So we'll see. In fact, if we go here and pull this into YMAX and then go to the distribution history, that last one was, I think this is it, was 41% apparently. Also, something I forgot to do a while back was I just recently changed this to 13 months because there's 13 distributions, part of the monthlies. So that is now changed to 13, so it should accurately, or more accurately, display. I'm not sure how, but I actually looked past on the previous distributions that they had released, and they were somewhat off, but they're pretty close. So a 41% though, you can see that's pretty low. Like in terms of the last few months since the September change, it's decently low. But it's not the lowest. You can see we had 35, 36, 43. Well, 43 is higher, but so yeah, it's like the third lowest, it looks like, since the change. So yeah, I don't know. But that's the thing with these ETFs, guys. Like, they're going to be really, really nice in a bull market. But as we're kind of starting to see, if I go back to SPY and go to maybe year to date, definitely doesn't look amazing, right? Like, it's starting to look like it's going down, but obviously we have super limited data. We only have about, a week or two worth of, well, technically what last week. Okay, so it was technically, last week was our full trading, like full week of trading days. The week before that, we had, I think, a day off on New Year's. And then there was like, a couple days there. So like Thursday and Friday of that week. So I don't know. That being said, yeah, these are the days I'm talking about. And then ever since like last week, it's just been going down, down, down. Obviously, we can see that, like I said, on the on this sheet. So anyways, on the video here, I know I always ramble at the end of the videos. And I'm trying to make these videos quicker for you guys. I'm planning to do another buy. So this month's 18th is on Saturday. But I'm planning to do another buy on the 18th. I think I'm just going to stick to that date. I don't even know how that became that date, but I'm just going to finish off this 1500. So it's going to be pretty small contribution. It's going to be about $220 or something like that. So, but it's going to help out. Obviously, every dollar counts. And yeah, as always, guys, I wish you guys a wealthy future.